James, thanks for joining us, and tell us about this news conference that just wrapped up. The first really in many, many days. What's new?
Thanks very much, Curtis. Well, as you heard just there, I think one of the big takeaways from today's press conference is that the Malaysian government and the Malaysian investigation team is going to seek far wider than just its existing assets. I think the pressure is really on to really try and identify innovative solutions to try and reach the area where the ping seemed to indicate what could be a black box is lying on that seabed. As you heard just say, he mentioned seeking private commercial assets. He's gone back to the Air France investigators, and I think going over to Malaysia, which is of course has a significant interest in oil, trying to identify what partners it has, especially in deep sea oil industries and equipment, in trying to access what could be that black box. But in terms of what else is going on there, you would have heard Curtis also that he mentioned waiting perhaps for 1 or 2 days. That's because he's denied reports that in the media that the bluefin could take between 6 weeks and 2 months to properly scan the area that they're trying to cover. In fact, he says it could be completed within the week. So that chimes in with what Tony Abbott, the Australian Prime Minister, has been saying in the days past, that really the first major phase of the search and rescue effort off the coast of Perth is really coming to an end. And once that happens, they both agree that they're going to have to regroup and reconsider how they're going to move forward on that. There are a number of other committees, of course, the Next of Kin Committee being one of them, led by the Deputy Foreign Minister. My sources tell me that they could be in Beijing as soon as the coming days to try and liaise with counterparts in Beijing further on the continuing tensions that are caused by the obvious concerns that the families have, and also on top of that, a technical committee. But quickly summing up what else he said today, he also left open the possibility and said he will be going to Perth to meet with Angus Houston and also the joint search team when the right opportunity arises. He hasn't said that before. He also pointed to the South Korean ferry tragedy, saying that the uncertainty there for the families with the hundreds still missing, but also with the difficulties and complexities around the search efforts. He says he can identify with that very closely given what continues to evolve with MH370.
And James, they definitely said they're not going to stop, but maybe change their approach. We have entered day 43. That's 6 weeks now. Is there much cooperation between Malaysia and Australia? And can you tell us, are they operating separately or are they working together?
Well, it's incredible just to hear you say that it's day 43. I mean, who could have guessed that it would have continued for so long and with no, definite knowledge on the face of that plane? As to what you asked just there, sometimes it can seem in the media that these two efforts run in parallel, but I think everything will continue to be coordinated out of Kuala Lumpur. That's what makes this a critical hub. Of course, in terms of the search effort, particularly, it really is the content that Angus Houston is providing that is the most important, and rather than what we may or may not be hearing from political fronts in Australia. The two men, meaning Angus Houston and Hishamuddin Hussain, spoke last on Thursday. They were talking specifically about images produced by the bluefin device. Even though no significant find has yet been uncovered, they do say that the images are very clear and that they are very, very sharp. That is at least one good sign, at least when they can come across any kind of device there. They say that what the images also reveal that the terrain of the seabed is undulating and that the search effort continues to be focused on a physical zone around the confirmed ping so far. As he said, he has denied the length of time that it could take to scan the seabed. He said it could be wrapped up, but that it will be wrapped up within the week. And I think significantly, he says that he does want to be standing alongside Angus Houston once that next phase is identified and once that next phase gets underway.
Okay, thank you so much, James Chow.